to play the Grand Tour game, and I've had to turn the music off because you can get like it does get a bit funny with the music on for some reason. Give me his pass back. Wait a second, don't come back, Clark. We don't like you.
It seems that it's the end of the road for motoring presenter Jeremy Clarkson, as the announcement came later.
And said that it's with deep regret the decision had been taken not to renew him.
Harry was a silly boy. And then the devil was coming. Looking for a salt still.
The forecast, plenty of sunshine through today with seasonal temperatures. We should reach our normal high of about 82 degrees by this afternoon.
Obstacles in my way. Falling dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. That's me singing it. I'll stop that.
Oh yeah, loving that.
I'll turn the brightness down in a minute. I'll put the brightness up too much.
Oh my God. What are you doing? Oh,
How can I put a load? I couldn't see it at all. I turned it up too bright.
flowers, and now look
Was
what
it?
we have here. He was born in 1836, and
Hey,
he was fired by Car Magazine,
Yep.
fired by Autocar
Yep.
Magazine, fired by Scotland on Sunday, and somehow he managed to get fired by a Volvo dealership. Probably for driving too slowly. Ladies and gentlemen, James Bay!
Thank you, you're very kind. And, ladies and gentlemen, you probably can't see him from the back. But, I assure you, he is here. He was fired by Radio York, fired by Radio Leeds, and fired by Radio Lancashire. It's Richard Hammond!
Hello! Hello! Thank you! Thank you! And, ladies and gentlemen, over here,
it's a Johnny Green John.
he's basically a shaved ape in a shirt. And he, technically, is the only one of us never to be fired by anyone. It's Jeremy Clarkson!
Thank you so much. Anyway, we are all car journalists, and we have spent the last 20 years
being fired.
Yes. But we have poured everything we know, everything we care about, into this show. Everything. And coming up now is a small montage of what you can expect over the next 12 weeks. Are we ready, gentlemen?
Honestly, I don't know.
Is that the size of the drop, or what's happened to his...
You're looking at magnificence.
Help! This is bad! James says we've got to stop for fuel.
Jets up.
I hate you!
Okay.
He doesn't like us. Bloody Nora.
Maybe leaking slightly.
What a moron.
You sank my limousine!
I've lost one of my nose tampons. This is not a particularly cultural thing to do.
I don't like the smell of tyre smoke in the evening. Oi! Get back in!
James, it's falling fire! Sideways in linen. There's no dignity in that, is there?
No. No, no dignity. The rain is gone. Well, come here, the rain. Not saying the rain's wet. Ain't a rain test though.
Thank you so much, and welcome to the first ever Grand Tour.
I'll just skip it.
Hurry up! Well, whatever, we decided
I'll just skip
get
it.
a bloody move on.
a bloody move on. Oh, come on.
The location we chose for this titanic duel was Portugal. Specifically, the international racetrack of the Algarve.
Ooh.
When we arrived,
I gotta do
mechanics
some
from
fettling.
Porsche and McLaren pounced on our cars, fettling them for what was to come.
A nightmare.
Soon, the McLaren and the Porsche were ready for some shakedown laps. And for these, we decided we'd drive each other's cars.
Go. Straight away, I can tell you that this doesn't have the brutality or the savagery of the McLaren. Because it has rear-wheel steering and four-wheel drive, it feels wanton, it feels secure and safe. And that gives you the confidence to play about. Skillful work. This is brilliant. The grip is genuinely incredible. This is starting to come together now. Oh yeah, pretty good. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Jesus.
This is frightening. That's what it is. Go, go, go.
Oh my God. Watch this. Gentle. Now this bit is really scary. Oh, for God's sake. Oh! This really is genius.
But
Bad, naughty car!
king of his throne,
Jesus.
he's the king of the bog.
This recalibrates your mind. I didn't think anything could be as exciting as that Porsche, but this is. What a car. I love it.
Well,
This is rubbish.
I was just thinking exactly the same about this.
Were you?
But this was boring me to death. It was like being stuck in a Victorian woman's novel.
No, that than been stuck in a telephone box with a panicking gorilla.
Rubbish.
It was trying to kill me.
I
It was
know,
trying to hurt me. It wants to hurt me.
That's why I like it.
Razor blade in the hands of a surgeon, sickle in the hands of a drunk peasant.
Schooner of sherry, absinthe.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I am here because, gentlemen, I have in the back of that lorry something that will make your McLaren and your Porsche look like lumps of yesteryear.
Lumps of yesteryear. Lumps of yesteryear that you can't drive on the road.
Remember the last time a car, or indeed any sort of thing, gave me a fizz like the Ferrari. There you go. Oh, I shouldn't feel so good, but it does.
James was obviously talking nonsense, but there's no getting around the fact that these three cars take automotive science to a new level. They use the latest green technology to squeeze as much speed as possible from every molecule of fuel. As a result, they're all capable of blasting way past 200 miles an hour whilst producing fewer harmful emissions than a family saloon. What we have here, then, are three incredible machines which, at a stroke, have made the traditional supercar look wooden and old-fashioned. Welcome, everyone, to the Hypercar Holy Trinity.
Here comes the Redeemer bed. This is a piece of cake. So let's pretend it's quite a complicated one. Yes! Thank you. Hang on a minute! Oh my word. Ow. Quite slow there. Oh no. Yes! I was very brave doing that. I was. Come on. Yes! Here we go.
We could have played out there all day, but before we ended up in a £3 million crash, we decided to start the tests to see which of the cars was best. I came up with the first one, mainly to annoy gatecrasher May.
Yeah, 'cause he
Let's
can't
make
do
the
it.
first test a drag race using electrical power only.
Good idea.
No, it isn't a good idea.
Why not?
Because you can't drive the Ferrari on electrical power only.
No.
No, but of course you can't, because it's a KER system like a Formula One car. It's got a V12 engine and an electric motor, but they're all integrated. They work together all of the time. You can't separate them.
You should have thought about that, shouldn't you?
Yeah,
Bad planning.
bad planning.
With James reduced to the role of onlooker, we lined up the P1 and the 918 on the start line. But then, instead of revving the petrol engines, we shut them down.
Three, two, one. Get on with it!
I'll go redo that one.
Instead of revving the petrol engines, we shut them down.
Three, two, one. Begin!
That's bad.
Who won that? It was me, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's not important though, is it?
Is it not?
No, it's not.
not relevant.
Right.
Nah.
Right. In a drag race, it's irrelevant which car gets there first.
Yeah, yours is the better milk float. Back in the pits, Hammond had an idea for the next test.
We've got to drive to the hotel.
I can see clearly now, the rain has gone.
Is that barrel gonna...
Yep, that barrel went boom.